you have any more zoom, Tara?
Yes, if
I know.
So the two thicker structures at the bottom are called rhinophores. Like Vecchio tells us. Like
As a nose, rhinoceros.
Those
No, I'm jammed in
structures
my
in the
spot
middle
here.
of the blobs you're talking about, those are gills.
Those are the
secondary
gills. Okay.
Where all these inflated things are probably what are called serrata, which are extensions of the digestive tract. But I'd like to hear maybe Dave Burdick can provide a bit more information or somebody else.
Oh, cool.
no, it's better. I'll just bring it down
I
on my
agree,
side.
Scott. That's about all I have as well. But yeah, this is a pretty fascinating creature. I definitely don't know my deep sea nudibranchs. Wouldn't even venture a guess as to what group this is. There was a Bathydoris that they found in Leg 1 that I was totally wrong on. I thought it was a totally different family. But yeah, this would be interesting to send to Terry Gosliner's group and see what they say.
Okay, so the things that look like tentacles are inflated serrata, is that right?
Yes, Shirley.
And then the two projections at the bottom are rhinophores.
Yes, rhinophores, basically like antennae, chemosensory,
Okay.
I believe.
And then the feathery structures that were kind of in the middle that we saw earlier are
more
the
solid
gills.
The solid white.
Correct, yeah. What are called secondary gills.
Secondary
because
gills.
they're, considered derived relative to the other gastropods.
Okay. Hey, I think we
This
got
is very cool. This is very cool. Okay. Oh,
we
yeah,
have
that's
a general
beautiful.
ID.
Really beautiful. Thank you.
Just hold this for a minute.
Oh, you can see the structure of the
Yeah,
gills
you see
now.
those like real feathery?
Yes.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh,
What
just beautiful.
phenomenal video.
Lovely Tara.
And Tara is lovely.
And
Uh-oh.
lovely pilot for keeping us in position so that we could get that. Okay, awesome. That's good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, pilot.
You bet.
Would you like your camera?
Yeah, thanks.
You have it.
All right. Now,
We haven't quite been to the top of this. Might be worth just going up and...
Sure.
Yeah, spin down hydraulics.
No, that's interesting.
Oh, now
Oh, yeah.
now we have somebody else up there by that wasn't there before.
Let's
Above
take
the
a look at that.
above
Yeah.
the star. There's another. Somebody's come over to be neighborly.
Wait,
Okay, Tara.
so that's near the coronaster, right?
Yes, it is, and
Let's
it was
go in
not there a
partial.
little while ago. So we're going to zoom in and take a look. That's another sea
it's
star.
another sea star.
Different type entirely. Ooh, this will be interesting.
All right, Chris.
So what's going to happen when this
We're
guy,
phoning a friend.
who is
We're
moving
phoning a friend.
close to the
Get the internet.
coronaster, touches it? I want to see a fight.
It might take a while, but
Yeah, it's
might take a
moving
while
pretty
to
slow.
evolve.
Yeah, but it wasn't there
Wasn't
when we
there
first
before.
got here.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it absolutely wasn't anywhere near there. Right,
Right.
right. It was not there. Our videographer has zoomed back to the video he captured when we first got here and saw the coronaster, which is the animal to the lower right, and the one with the fewer but more distinct legs to the upper left was not in view anywhere. So how did it get here? Must be able to move relatively fast. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 arms. 10 arms. Pentagonal symmetry. No. Pentaradial symmetry.
There you
Ooh.
go.
I'm learning my
There you go.
biospeak. Biospeak is a new language for me.
Geospeak is a new one for me. I had to
Yeah,
look
but
up.
with-
I had to look up a lot of words last night when we were working on our summary.
Oh dear.
What was the one? I even forget what it is now.
Okay. That's a.
What was this
Wonderful.
word?
Tara,
Wait.
can we take a
I
little
wonder
more
if we
zoom
could
on
get
that?
a closer zoom on this, the
And,
one to the left.
I'll just try and keep us in the neighborhood here.
So
Lighting
did
should
you
be
guys
better.
turn on our Starfish Man searchlight?
I think so. Something sure
I
happened.
know. We're trying. We're trying. Here he comes. Wait, he saw it. Here it is. This must be Chris.
Oh, zapped him right in the
We turn
middle.
off the
Just waiting
lasers.
for something to happen.
Yeah, we can turn off the lasers.
Closer.
If you could turn
Lasers
off the
off.
lasers, pilot. Thank you.
I'm gonna come a bit wider.
Yeah, I'm having a
Yeah,
hard
once
time
we get
holding that at
oriented,
that
we can
zoom.
zoom in
Full
closer,
wide.
get a good view of the sky.
Oh no, I'm actively
Oh,
waiting
do
in the
that
wings.
again. Okay.
I'm sure that was Chris Moss saying he's waiting in the wings till we get a close look.
Oh yeah, that's me. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it looks like it's moving away instead of closer.
Well, it could be the angle of the ROV,
Oh
too.
yeah, that's true.
We were coming in kind of from parallel to the slope.
It was closer before, wasn't it?
That's
Yeah,
what I
it was
thought too.
closer, yeah.
But he sure wasn't here when we first got to look at that coronaster.
I'm here, Chris. Don't worry. I'm just watching quietly.
I counted
Oh, come on, Chris.
10
You're taking
arms.
too long to ID this guy. Go for it.
Okay, tilt
Oh.
down.
But I want to see what
Okay, taking your
it's
camera
getting.
and then tilting down.
I'm trying to wait for the close-up.
Okay, Tara.
Because there's something weird about this.
Oh, the coronaster actually has
No.
moved
You're
a
going to
little
have
bit.
to pull out again. This isn't going to be a good position for this.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I can
the
get in a good
pilots
position for
are
this because of the pinnacle.
trying
No
to get
worries.
into position, but it's
This is full wide.
it's okay, pilot. Whatever you can do is great. Yeah,
I can
bits
take-
and pieces.
Are we going to get any closer?
We might be able to, Scott. Pilot's trying to get the ROV close to the wall, but it is real crumbly and it's kind of fallen apart on us. You can see that the box is touching
There you
the.
go.
Yeah, this is
Tilt up.
about as close as
All
we
right,
can
yeah,
get.
Chris is saying.
I can see what I can get from here.
Because the
Yeah,
other multi-arm Sea Star,
just-
the lighter one,
I don't
I'll
think
come out
I
if
can
we
do
move
better than
away.
that.
We start to
Lighting, we're
move.
just too
also
close.
looks like well, it's an asteroid, which is a member of the same family. It might also be Coronaster, which could be another species.
Okay, it's taking a bit more.
But it looks different, so I'm not sure exactly.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful imagery though.
Oh, you can see
So,
the feet.
so Chris, you're thinking it could be a coronaster because it's got those little, like little packets, but not as big as the one on the other coronaster.
I mean, it's got the same general
Tilt
shape.
up
It's
a tiny
small
bit.
disc, and it's got the multiple arms, and it's got the
Great.
spines with all of the little pom-poms.
Maybe a
on it.
touch more if you have it.
I'll follow it.
I'm
Alright.
just kind of curious why the two of them would suddenly kind of be next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could have been that, there was some kind of.
Nice.
I mean, rather than the antagonistic thing that.
Perfect.
Okay, so now it's getting a little closer in.
You can see the tube feet extending as it moves up the cliff. The arm on the left.
Okay, so this.
Should I follow it up or
okay,
stay here?
so
follow
this
it
looks like another individual of Coronaster.
I'm gonna
And
take a
I'm
bit
not
closer
sure if
shot.
this is just a separate species or just another individual
Yeah,
has got all of its pedicularia unfurled.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, wouldn't that be? So now we know how many arms it has.
Pom-poms on the spine
Yep.
is different.
Yeah.
They're extended. They're kind of top-heavy. They look kind of like an upside-down bell to the one on the one that is
The one that's resting.
all of the pom-poms are round. So conceivably, these have all of
Just slightly wider.
their pedicularia batteries kind of presented in attention. Sea stars sometimes do what's called antagonistic bouts or agonistic bouts, I should say. And they will thumb wrestle to assert dominance.
Okay.
And and every once in a while, maybe you get like these two that just kind of, for whatever reason, end up next to each other. And oh yeah, see that's another coronaster.
Oh, cool.
That's like the full
extended version of the one that's on the cliff.
Is that too much light
so
in the
1,
middle
2,
now?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yep,
8,
it's
9,
perfect.
10.
So I'm just going to hold this for a little bit
So this
longer.
might be coronaster. They're one of two, either Voltulatus or Calicuta.
Let him kind of walk away off the rock.
Okay.
But look, but yeah, it's fascinating that this one is so kind of extended and sort of out there, whereas the other one is just completely withdrawn. And there's almost a slight color variation too. I'm not sure if that's because of the cameras and the lights or what, but you'll notice that the pedestal area, the spines and whatnot are a lot lighter, and the other one is
Video's clear.
actually orange.
Yes.
So,
Unless
Thank you,
anyone
Sarah.
is
hard
wearing
to say
a
what's
chin.
going on here. It could be
Thank you.
maybe
Yeah.
there's some kind of
That's really
reproduction
interesting.
happening. It could be
He's going to have something to tell his grandchildren, isn't he?
we're near one another just entirely by accident.
This noisy thing with lots of lights came by one day.
Yeah.
Let me get lights in some
Strange
more reasonable
coincidence, if it is
positions.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know quite.
Went crazy on that.
There's no evidence that there's no interaction, so there's no evidence of just what kind of
freeloaders
relationship
on
you
top
have
of
with one
the,
another.
rock
But
box on
the
port
fact that
side.
it's moving is so you're seeing all of the tube speed
Now,
extended
we're
right
trying to get
around
up
the
here to
edges
the
there.
top of this
You see all those little white
pinnacle and have a little look around.
sort of extensions. Those have 4 rows of tube speed rather than 2, which is what you find on most stars. And so they can travel at a significant clip.
So the other one bearing that
and when they're
about the
moving,
direction that Sirius is pointing,
you
310 or so.
imagine that they're quite
Okay.
a
Yes, I
formidable
agree.
sort of a range, or
So it should
array,
be close enough to
because
see. I
you're
think
looking at
it's only
animal that can essentially that is rolling along the surface.
15
and it's
meters
got
away.
all of these sort of big defensive
18 meters, something like that.
In this
that-
direction?
these spines with all of these
Bearing
clusters
310,
of
yeah.
claws coming off of it.
Okay.
If these were the size of a dog or bigger,
Oh,
you'd
no,
probably
it's,
be terrified.
no, sorry, it's to your left a bit now.
But
Sorry,
yeah,
it's
that's interesting. It's really weird. I mean,
that's
that
interesting.
2 of them are in proximity to one another like that. But there are many possibilities.
Indeed.
That's fascinating.
Maybe 290.
Tara,
That happened so quickly after I wish to see more than one is unsettling.
yeah,
well,
Tara
it's
Luke asked if the difference
15
in the
plus meters
morphology
away,
of
it
these
might
guys
just be
could
too
be
far.
possibly sexual
Could we
dimorphism,
make
so
a,
one
it's a
might be the male and one might be the female.
There's
Make-
And
definitely
I think
something
you
there.
mentioned
Make a
that
jump
that
in
was
that
a
direction?
possibility.
Just go straight over there?
I think
Yeah. I mean,
Alright.
it's
you
like
have
that
enough
Gary
tether. I
Larson
think you
cartoon,
can just
only
go.
they
I'm
know
going
for
to give
sure.
you a camera.
That's for sure.
Sorry.
He's not going to be able to go very far.
I mean,
Okay.
there are always other ways to
sure, we
tell
could do that then.
genetics and
I would suggest we do
from egg,
maybe a 30-meter move.
differentiation and so forth. But,
Well, at least 20.
Yes.
Let's,
Sure.
let's
for all
do
I
it.
know, the 2 species
Bearing-
that are recognized are just 2 gender
let's
ones.
see, I'm-
270.
Okay.
I was thinking
Interesting.
closer
I'll
to
have to
300, but
No,
Go back
look
and
at my
see the pictures again.
sonar.
Okay,
there.
thanks,
you're right.
Chris.
You're right.
That was
270.
exciting.
Yes, it was for us too. Thanks.
So
Maybe for them too.
Yeah, 280, 280.
280.
Never
I'm
know.
going to bring
One
myself
never
around to
knows.
point toward
After all, it is Friday night.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, so now it's a little different, Jim, because
It's actually Saturday night out here for them.
Right.
Is it Saturday?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God!
So
I
he's
was
gonna
Well, it's
have to
Friday on the
move
mainland. No, I figured you knew
300.
that. I thought you knew that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, look, here it
So
is.
we are
You find it?
Okay,
continuing-
another one.
We are
Check it out.
continuing up this
Maybe a little more
ridge
tether.
So go 300.
300.
Yeah.
toward. We're going
go ahead.
20 meters still a
generally
second?
20 meters is
northwestward,
Bridge nav.
northwest. But the ridge is composed of a whole series of these huge spines.
I'd like to go 20 meters, 20 meters, bearing 380, 0.2 knots.
Jim, you said 380.
Spine sticking out of the wall, I guess, huh?
Do you
I
have a
think you're
problem
right.
with that? How about,
Yeah,
how about maybe let's do 280.
The wall.
we are reacquiring the wall.
Or maybe this is another spine sticking up.
That sounds good, thank you. At one point I had written down 300 and something, and then I changed it, but I didn't change the first decimal for the first
On the
digit.
map, we're still kind of in the middle of the slope.
He didn't like 300.
We do
maybe.
seem to be.
It's good that he's error checking.
It's a
Spine sticking up from the slope.
very irregular slope.
fairly barren in terms of what we saw.
Yeah,
you know,
the beginning of the
other rock.
dive.
Yeah, beginning of the dive.
Well, as you could see when we were maneuvering around the
That's
starfish, it's
very unstable.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm at the end of my toe.
Very friable material.
That's it.
Yeah.
There is a sea urchin out
Oh,
there.
there's a fish.
I see a fish behind the right hand
It's
rock spire. Look at the rock spires. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Such jagged topography. Say again?
Don't you think those are extinct hydrothermal chimneys?
I don't know, Bob, and I wondered if we would be seeing ancient hydrothermal chimneys on the ridge that we were going up because the topography seemed so irregular. But I would guess, see the...
They just look like...
No, they don't. Yeah, what you're looking at right now is a bunch of angular boulders sitting on the seafloor, or you will be in just a few seconds, coming down from one of these protrusions or these high chunks of rock that are sticking out.
Let's go for the spiky thing.
I kind of wondered if
spiky.
this might be a dike feature. But what we're seeing looks like layered
Fire drill,
volcanic
boat drill.
clast material,
Yeah.
so I've let that theory go by the boards. But we're coming up on a sea urchin here, sitting on top of this rock, and it's got one really long spine.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at this guy when we can get close enough.
I think we've got images of this already. This is probably Stereosideris. It's the white siderid that Chris Ball was talking about for a little while.
Okay, so would you like to move on?
Yeah,
You take my tilt there, Dave.
Sorry, what's
Sort
that?
of
Take my
bottom
tilt,
towards
please.
break here from animals a little bit to look at rocks. That's all.
would
That's
you like
all
me
I was
to do?
suggesting.
Tilt up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we
And
can
we're
move
gonna
on.
Follow this urchin.
There you go.
Yeah,
Hold
we
that.
can move on.
bit.
Thank you, pilot.
Okay, Tara.
Yeah, coming partial.
I think that's a dead one. I don't know. It's got all sorts of little additional creatures on it.
Looks like it's
Yeah.
moving.
It's got barnacles on there. See the barnacles? that
I
are
see the
attached to
barnacles,
spines?
but I think the
The skinless
urchin itself
spines.
is dead.
Okay, it might take a bit
Oh,
more.
I like your hoodie.
I know, I'm cold today.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
freezing in here.
Shirley's wearing a hoodie.
About ready to go get a pair of gloves.
There we go.
Oh, no,
very
it's
cool.
got tube feet, but
Yeah, it's moving.
are
And
they
the
actually...
barnacles that are attached to the spines.
Yeah, doesn't look too happy,
it's
though.
moving.
I see the tube feet moving, but... Maybe it's resting. You know the parrot
Ah.
sketch from
It's an
Monty
elderly
Python?
urchin.
Yeah, definitely seen better days. He's not dead. He's resting. He's pining for the fjords. I can't do it with a Cockney accent.
Oh, laughing.
Sorry.
Oh, what?
What is that cup over to the left of the
Little red.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
a little-
little
Give
red
your
cup
camera
over
back,
to
I'd
the
like
left.
Right
follow.
on the
no.
rim.
Nope. Okay.
Go
Right
ahead.
on
We're
the
going
top
to
of
go
the
for
boulder.
it again, Tara.
Yeah, sorry, Tara.
Sure, yeah.
Tara.
Okay, go all the way in.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, now go to the
Oh,
left.
look at the nice shimmering.
Oh, yeah, it is shimmering.
There's some
Is that me?
shimmer in the water
Did
here.
I?
Look at that.
Oh, I let go.
Coming partial.
Sorry. Hang on.
There's some.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely shimmering now.
Following down.
And we're at 426 meters.
Yeah, I'm seeing small temperature increase.
Johnson and Perry, late to DC2. Johnson and Perry, DC2.
Okay. Now we can zoom in. And, oh, there I go again. Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is
All
a
right. Try again. Thank you.
Tilting.
cup of coral or not.
Sorry Sorry, what are we looking
Tilts
at?
over
That
and
coach.
Oh,
push back.
Yeah, that.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
That. Yeah, what is that? Okay.
It doesn't look like anything on the top of this rock is too happy.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, pilot.
Okay, thanks.
And video, we can move along.
Okay. Want to swing around and look on the other side of this boulder since we're
Just
seeing the shimmering
see,
come from
yeah.
over there. Do I have enough
was
tether?
wondering the same thing.
Yeah, you should be good.
All right.
Now, have we stopped
a lot of
moving?
Staining right here too.
Yeah, it looks like we have.
I guess we have. Yeah.
I see the ship.
Ship
course
speed
over
0.
ground is random, so that.
The ship
looks
speed
like
is 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing in particular over here.
Ooh, quick little fish.
So we have about 3 hours left in our dive.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And where are we?
We are on Ifuku Seamount.
You guys just like saying that.
Yes, we do like to say it. And tomorrow
Sticking
we'll
out
be
your
on
top
Daifuku.
Daikoku.
Daikoku. Excuse me,
Daikoku
Yes,
Seamount.
very similar.
Ifuku and Daikoku. Koku.
Koku.
Daikoku.
There's a hole in that wall over there, but I don't know.
Straight ahead to the left. Is that where you meant, Tara?
Yes, but I don't really see anything in particular as far as shimmering goes. Just
Okay.
kind of generally keeping an eye out.
Yes, we have. What does that mean?
So in 1987, when Sherm Bloom and I came out and dredged the volcanoes, we had a Japanese scientist, Koichi Nakamura, along with us. And he had a
Yeah,
map
I
with
don't
all
really
the
see anything there.
Nope.
The Japanese had already
Okay.
made.
Thank you.
And they came all the way down to Ifuku. So everything north of here has
This
got a
Titan
Japanese
camera
name.
not being
That's
inverted
right.
is driving me crazy. Keep
That's
going
right,
back
because
and
yesterday
forth.
we were on Chamorro.
It's a motor skill.
Yeah.
Which is not Japanese.
No, it's
No.
Chamorro.
It's Chamorro. Chamorro.
You know, Bill, I was wondering that last night when I was looking at the dive plans and I saw that these were definitely Japanese names. Oh, and Chamorro is the language in the Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands.
Well, actually, all of the Mariana
Yeah, all
Islands,
of Mariana Islands, right.
including Guam and Saipan,
Yep.
Tinian. So
Yep.
those were the indigenous peoples
Right?
before the Spanish arrived, who were the first to come and colonize the islands, followed by the Germans, followed by the U.S.
And this is why Patty Fryer is known as the Queen of the Marianas.
Oh, barf.
Absolutely true. Now, a little known fact is we named all of the non-named islands up to Chamorro. So, Sheriff, we didn't dive on, Ahi. Julie Morris got a little brochure in Guam with all these Chamorro legends and basically combined it for names.
Yeah, we should just orient folks on shore who may be watching this as to where this seamount is. And it is about 200 kilometers to the west of the Mariana Trench. It's part of the island arc, series of volcanoes stretching from the north, just south of Iwo Jima, all the way south beyond the island of Guam. The volcanic arc swings westward to the west of Guam and extends not all the way to Yap, but pretty close. So this arc has formed in this location over the last 10 or so million years. And before then, the island arc of the Mariana system was conjoined with a now extinct arc that is about 400 kilometers to the west of the trench.
Sure.
So the seafloor
And then
split apart.
What's our next direction
about
after that?
between 20 and
Well, we
10
wanna go
million years ago,
approximately north
and began to
to
form
north
a
or
distinct ocean
northeast
basin
to the
between the
next
western
waypoints.
Okay.
chain of submerged volcanoes that are inactive and the active ones today.
You're pointing, gosh, I didn't realize you were pointing practically south.
So, Asako
So you want me to
Matsumoto
come-
from the Chiba Institute of Technology, she would
305.
know, said that
20
she
meters?
thinks that the actual Japanese names for these seamounts are Daifuku, not Aifuku. So
It just
Daifuku
seems
and
like he's
Daikoku.
really
That
far
makes
away,
sense,
but maybe
actually.
it's just.
Okay, so Asako, we're ready for our Japanese lesson for today. So break down the
Yeah, I'm turned
names for
around.
us.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm up pretty far, but yeah, we could do 20 meters and 300 would be great. Or what heading were you
These
thinking?
incredibly
I was thinking
steep
305, but it's all the
scarps.
same.
Yeah.
So we're
305, 20
looking
meters?
here.
Yeah.
Great.
Les is observing here that we've gone up only 3 meters and the temperature is now 12.2. So is there some
Bridge nav.
some heat seeping up?
Yeah, we'd like a move, please.
I wouldn't be
20
surprised.
meters, bearing 305, 0.2. Move, please.
I wouldn't be
20
surprised.
meters, bearing 305, 0.2 knots.
So we're having a ship move a little bit.
Thank you.
In order for the ROV to keep moving forward, we have to move the Sirius vehicle, which is up above it, 30 meters distant by tether.
How about a
And
partial
the
on
Sirius
that?
vehicle is attached
See if
to the
there's
ship, of course.
More interest in that.
And I still have your camera.
What
Oh,
is
okay,
this?
This is a very feathery thing.
Oh my gosh.
It looks
It's
like
an urchin. It sure is,
An urchin with the longest spines I've ever seen on an urchin.
relatively speaking.
Okay.
I would like that to
Guess we
decorate a
haven't
hat
seen this yet, so we'll pull in here and
Seems
park.
Roger.
or something like it.
And Dave, you'll do the
Copy that.
tilt.
Okay, and we should be fine to continue to smooth. I think.
Coming a little bit wider.
That would definitely keep the birds off your hat.
That would indeed.
Okay. And I'm settled. Right.
Okay.
Although you may attract fish.
You guys work on it.
Yeah, it would smell pretty
Tilt up
interesting.
just a touch, and I'll zoom in.
That's a beautiful
I know
thing.
it's very pretty.
Has anybody on shore ever seen an urchin
Lighting
that looks like
good.
this?
I bet Chris Ma has.
Oh, you can see the tube feet moving. This little guy's walking across those rocks. So delicate.
So it looks like those spines are really flexible too.
Yes. Yes, you can see them bending a bit.
They're flexible until you have one in your foot.
One of our ROV crew said they're flexible until you have one in your foot. So true, so true. This might be a good time to introduce our ROV crew. They're all from the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration, one of our partners.
Jim, you want to do the intros? And just turn on OKEX, transmit on OKEX.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, my name is Jim Newman. I'm the navigator and dive supervisor. Next to me is
Yes. Hey, I think Chris might
pilot?
have actually started to say what it was.
Yeah, just go ahead and do the
Yeah,
intro.
stand by, Chris, please.
I
Can you
can't
stand,
turn on- I can't turn on
stand
the
by,
mic right
Chris?
now.
Sorry, the pilot is Jeff Williams next to me. And then after that, got co-pilot.
Dave Casagrande is the co-pilot.
Great.
Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks very much. And again, they're from the Global Foundation for Ocean Exploration. Okay, Chris,
Jim, I
you're
just
on.
couldn't-
I'm just slow figuring it out.
I guess there's still a bit of a time lag on my end. So this is an astinodiatomatid urchin.
I think this is my
so
new
This
screensaver. This is
is
gorgeous.
similar to one
Come
that
out
you see
just
in the
a tiny
Hawaiian
bit.
island called
Could you actually
Astinodiatema.
tilt up just
Yeah.
These are
for a
unusual
moment?
because they have
That's
these
the
really
smallest
elongated,
increment I can
sort of
get.
almost
That's all right.
wiry spine, like wiry like spine. A lot of these actually have little sort of tips that are flattened, almost like hooves. So they kind of bow out over the top, and they walk on you. So what you're seeing is an urchin that that literally is walking on this kind of cloud of spine. And these don't show them as clearly as
zoom in and show the feet.
But there are, if you zoom in on the tip, those are where you find those little kind of those little like feet, if you will.
Can you
Happy with the stilt?
tilt down
just
so
a
you can
little
see
bit.
the feet?
It might be a spitodiadema, but there are, I think, 2 or 3 others. These are related,
A little more.
however, distantly
Yep, just
to
a little more.
those long
Stop.
black spined urchins that you see, like the diadematic. And one of the things that I think we saw during the last couple of dives was there's an anal sac that sits on top of the body where the poop comes out, and that's something that I think is characteristic of a lot of diadematic urchins.
How's that move going
I'm not
now?
quite sure why some urchins have
I think we're
sac
done.
and others don't,
Great.
but
Then we're good
this is one of them. But yeah, you can see sort of very nicely how all the spines are kind of directed up into the water. I'm not sure what they're doing with them. Possibly they derive food, but they definitely use them to move. And it's not just the ones on the bottom; it's the ones on the top also.
Shimmering makes
For
focus a little more
those of you who are
difficult, I
friends
imagine.
or fans of Johnny
Do we want
Quest,
to move some more?
you remember that big spider robot that used to begin the show?
When I lift up, we'll start our move towards waypoint.
All right, Chris, I'm going to ask the question that probably some of our
5 or
viewers
6.
are thinking, maybe
yeah.
not.
6, I
Okay,
guess.
so it's this
you tilt up again? I'm
the
gonna
urchin,
get him
kind of the
going
upper
up this,
surface is the aboral surface, and the lower
going
surface is
uphill
the
a
oral
little bit.
surface, right?
Good there?
Yeah.
So, if this one has an anal sac that its poop goes into, what are the other ones? The
You
ones
mean
that
out
don't.
of?
Yeah, poop comes out of. What? Right. What happens with the others?
Well, so just to clarify, so the mouth is always directed downward.
Right.
The oral surface is always directed downward.
Right.
And so when you're seeing sea urchins, they're pretty much in place, ready to eat almost every time you see them. The anal sac is something a little extra that diadematoid urchins have, I think. But most other urchins just poop it right out of the top. The anus, right, is an opening.
Video
right
is
on
clear
top of
whenever
the urchin,
what
and it
happened.
comes out.
Okay.
Why some groups just have a special sac and why some groups don't is not something that I am aware of.
Jeff wants
But,
to see how
it is
long
unusual.
you can hold this shot for.
Okay,
It is a
thank you.
spectacular shot.
Okay,
And
let's
I'm
go
not
full
complaining,
wide.
I'm waiting here.
Great.
Yeah, no, thank you for
Nice.
Thank you,
I
everybody.
love watching.
Thank you, pilot.
Here
nice
we go.
work.
You see the ones, the Hawaiian ones.
Go ahead, watch
Like
it.
I said, you can watch them just crawling
Yeah,
over
here we
the
go.
surface with their
Ready for
their
your
little
camera
hook
back?
spines. And
Sure,
they're
thank
just
you.
so cute.
Thanks
So
for the help
alive.
with that, Dave.
So, really just sort of things I love to see.
So I need to be going
Anyway,
to my right
and there are different colors
considerably.
as well.
Yep.
This one's white. The Hawaiian one,
Yes,
Aspidodiadema
that's,
hawaiian, it
Yeah,
actually
that's
has
okay.
green spines.
We're going
So
to be
they can be
around 0.7
quite
turns, but that's fine.
decorative as well.
So like up this way,
Anyway,
perhaps?
thank you.
Let's look a little
I'll
further right, just make sure we're not
further
be
right.
sure to
missing
zoom in
something.
the next time. So you know, we can fight.
But that's
Have a good night.
probably our path.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
of
it
a
looks
gentle
Okay.
slope.
Ridge is 10 degrees.
Looks
to
like the way to go.
All right, pushing ahead on due north.
Okay, I'm
Do
going
we
to
def-
turn myself to follow.
Seems like we should probably get a move on.
Agreed.
30
I
meters,
think we can go 30 meters due north.
30 meters due north.
Okay.
A few more.
Bridge
there's
nav.
another- yeah, there's another
I'm glad
similar.
we found the
We'd
one
like to
on
go 30 meters,
Oh.
bearing
Backer.
360.
Just want to
2
snap
decimal 2
that.
knots.
Sure.
There we go. Great, I'll fly over it.
That'll do.
I'll zoom as we go over it.
You're muted.
All right.
We are getting a top view.
We might actually be able to see that anal sac.
Do you want to? I don't know. Ugh.
No, they're beautiful. Just some of the lake's most beautiful. Oh, there's lots of them.
Two
Yep.
more over
Ah,
here.
look at that.
This is the dominant.
And so one of the ROV crew was talking about how these spines, that they look really flexible until you step on them.
Right?
And so these are actually related to those long spine sea urchins that we see in the Atlantic and the tropics.
Oh my, there's an awful lot of them here, Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Crawling along on top of volcaniclastic material. That means broken up lava bits. Yeah, the sea floor is different on this
really
part of.
Interesting. We haven't seen
This part of the ridge now is covered with blocks of lava, sitting on top of finer grained, probably a mixture of ash and lapilli. Lapilli are slightly larger pieces of maybe pea-sized pieces of lava that get thrown out during eruptions.
Some sort of snail shell on that rock. It's white
Oh,
towards the
I see
right-hand
it.
side.
Yep. Looks like a cone shell.
Do you see any more of those
Go ahead.
Might be a
urchins in this field of
hermit
view?
crab or something.
I don't.
Beautiful
But
shell.
there
What is
are-
that gastropod?
Yeah.
Is it a gastropod or is it a hermit crab?
We'll find
We'll
out
find
in a
out
moment.
soon.
But there is some of that very microbial-looking veil or diaphanous goo.
So ship's track's a little bit right of yours.
Okay, Tara.
20 degrees.
By the way, you guys are giving me lots of good material for the dive summary today.
Hard to tell if it's a snail or...
Okay, yeah, hard to tell.
Is that full?
Nope, not quite.
Okay.
If you tilt up, I'll center it.
Ready to get it?
We got it.
Can't you see any feet? Little feet in the
All
front?
right, let's go
Oh, there's
full
another
wide.
shell just to the
gonna
left.
turn
There's
this.
two of them
Over to
there.
the left, yeah.
So I wonder maybe these gastropods
Yeah.
are common here.
It's like
didn't do
it's
any
like a
laser
cone. It's like a
samples,
cone snail.
Long-spined urchins.
Oh, none at
We
all.
see it- I don't think so. Maybe if we see another, we can hit it.
Looks like there might be something of a wall.
It's definitely going uphill to the left now.
Yeah, I maybe see a couple steps on my
Yeah,
serials.
on Sirius sonar, it looks like there's a couple of at least
Yeah,
low
so if we
walls.
go in and get a close look at those snails. I know that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, Tara. Let's try again. Nope. Still underneath the shell, whatever it is.
Goodness. Let's see. There's one on... Oh, no, that's...
Yeah, same thing to the left
almost
there.
looked like it
Yeah.
was-
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Difficult.
can we also zoom in on those? See those white patches in the sediment that's just below where the
Sure.
snail shells are? There's some thought that they may be clam
It's gonna.
shells. They're light patches down in the sediment. So
Current's
go a little
helping
bit
you out
lower.
here, that
Yeah.
dust.
I don't know if I can tilt down. Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Tara, I'm gonna try and rotate. Go ahead.
All right.
Another 5 meters in our move.
Okay, I'm
Okay. well,
just about above him.
Going a
probably
bit
all
further.
right.
Boy,
Yeah, I'm over now.
Doesn't look very.
Gosh.
No, I can't tilt down anymore.
Sirius sonar is looking like there's something 20 meters out that
I'm going to take a bit more zoom.
Might need to pay attention to.
See it on my camera.
It's all
It,
looks
yeah.
like the rock to the right, same coloration, same surface markings.
Yeah,
Nope,
it could be
nothing on my
it could be a
camera.
partially buried. Yes, the discussion is it could be partially buried. There were some other ones. I think you'd probably have to back up to see them. There was another one over to the left, but boy, I don't know.
Over top.
Over
is
to
fine.
yeah.
Okay.
How,
I think
you
this
know
move,
what?
this move is done.
How about over to the right? It's just going off of the screen at the bottom now. There's a lighter colored one. It's at about 5 o'clock now.
Can you turn the lasers back on, dude?
Yep.
Thanks.
I'm
It's
moving
center-
towards the center screen, just
Alright.
below the lasers. Maybe see if that's the same thing.
Okay, Tara, what do you think?
It doesn't look. I'll zoom.
So now it's
Okay,
up and to
then
the
I'll crawl
left.
towards it a little
I'm
bit.
Yeah.
now in front of you.
Oh, I
Tether's
gotta-
still
I
looks
gotta go.
okay.
You know,
Well,
Okay.
we shouldn't be moving.
biological
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same thing or not.
Oh, that's. Oh.
No, that's something different. Yeah. Okay. There's up there where the with a hole in it, and then the other one. Those look like they may be dead
Fish top, the screen or something.
dead
Maybe
clams.
it's something red.
Okay, so dead clams may be of value if they're vesicomiids. And what does that indicate that they would be from vents or chimneys? Are they typical vent or? Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a little.
I'm
shrimp.
guessing there.
I don't know that we take pokes at things. We're being asked to take a poke at that. No, we don't do that.
What is that red thing
So
there?
it looks like a
That's a
shrimp.
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 Okay.
Okay, we're going to just keep looking. Yeah, because it looks like there are kind of tracks in some of these, like bio-eroded.
Did the one with the hole look as if it had been bored into by something?
Possibly, but I can definitely tell with this one that's over on the screen now that it's got tracks of bio-eroders. Looks like a bit of a hydrothermal clam field, but they're not really active. These things look like they're dead.
These are gone.
Okay, we can
Okay.
move on. Okay, now we're coming up on this more of a rock field here.
Yeah, I
Yep.
expect this to be pretty
I'm just
steep
checking
uphill.
these out. That
Look at the temperature. Temperature is climbing.
temperature is going
The temperature
up
is
a bit.
going up.
A little bit. It's kind of flattening out right now.
On that plot, Shirley?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the plot.
The plot goes from 11 to
11.5
13.
to 13.
So it's a half degree between each of the numbers you see on the left side of the plot. 13 at the top.
Okay, thanks.
we're at 12.97 C right now.
There's another one of those urchins on the left, and on the left upper there's something light colored.
Wow.
Okay, the surfaces of some of the rocks on the right-hand side look very ropey. Trying to see if these individual rock fragments look like pillow fragments, but they look more blocky to me than triangular. But I think this little yellow patch may be exuding some warm water, or did in the past anyway.
So would that be sulfur or?
Hydrothermal Well, the sulfur we saw last time was white. This might be.
So this is
Tell
all
you
like,
the truth, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So these are. So this be like a tailless slope with.
We go look at that time.
It looks like a tail slope.
Variably sized rocks. Wow.
Okay, I'll take a bit more soon.
Sort of does look like sulfur incrustation that you see around Kilauea, but it's hard to know without sniffing it.
Yeah.
Could be matte.
Yeah, because it looks kind of filmy there.
Yeah, I can certainly see something waving in the prop wash. Yeah, it does look like bacterial matte.
Full wide.
At the top of that patch, it looks like there might be an orifice just below the. Whoops! Well, we're going on.
No.
Whoop! Nope, we're not. We're gonna try it. Thank you. It looks like kind of a bump with a dark spot on top, and I'm just wondering if that's an opening. Yes, it is. Pardon me. And it's black around it, so that looks like maybe it has metal sulfides deposited around that opening. So this is a little hydrothermal vent, very tiny.
Do you see any shimmering?
I don't see any shimmering now, but at some point in the past, you can see the
definitely
waving
see the
bacterial
mat. Mat for sure.
But the interior of the vent looks like it has a little bit of dark coating, which could be metal sulfides. And there's a crab leg or something, squat lobster leg.
Yep. Okay, that's good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, that was interesting. So our temperature is now up at 13. Yep, we're seeing more.
There's another one.
There are a few of them up here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Dum 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 dum. We're getting excited. Oh, bunch of rubble. Yep.
In the background, you can see there's a bigger mound.
Oh,
Here, we're approaching something bigger, which you
It's a
can
wall.
see on the sonar image right in front of the ROV. So actually looks kind of like a
Can we tilt
rock
up on
wall.
Sirius and
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Steep wall. So I'm going to try to figure out the depth here on the contours. Our depth is 411 meters.
Right.
So for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah.
Reminds me of IE a little bit.
so that's about right on the chart. On the,
Yep. So the contour line that the ROV is sitting on your quad screen is 410 meters. Obviously, it's just a little bit off, but it's close. And this looks as if there is some columnar jointing in it. Not thick. This may be a dike in the side of the summit crater. Oh yeah.
Oops, that's not right.
I imagine those little white dots are barnacles.
Yeah, probably.
Shall I proceed up this feature?
Want to proceed up?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
And I'm maybe 15 meters off of it, so I'm pretty happy here.
Do you want to
great.
zoom in on some of these, Shirley, and take a look?
Yeah, I think I would like to just zoom in on these white, the small white.
If we could zoom in on some
small
of the white
dots, just
white dots to
confirm.
see that they're barnacles.
Yeah, just to confirm what they are.
Okay.
And are the white hairy things more hydroids?
Let's look at those right there.
Great.
Go ahead and zoom. Hold that.
What
You want me to
the?
take your
Okay,
camera?
well, wait a minute.
Ooh.
What are they?
What are those?
Okay,
We got
let's
all
try
kinds of
that
stuff on
again.
these rocks.
Dave,
You wanted
need
them to
tell
look
for
at it
me.
now. You got to tell us what they are.
That's
Your,
right.
Port Lower swing arm
Hey,
is,
hold on.
is pretty
If you
close
pick
there.
it
I
up,
can
you bought it.
stow it for you.
From, was it IE when we picked up a rock
Okay,
with
I
some
got
of those on
it.
it?
Okay.
Oh no, those were
Filled up.
limpets.
Filled up.
The ones that we got when we picked up that rock that had all those
Uh,
white things on it, they were definitely limpets.
Oh, they were.
Yep.
Yep, they were.
There you go.
Same or no?
Great.
Pardon, say that again?
Do these look like the same thing?
No.
No, these are quite different
Oh,
shape.
no, these are.
Yes, we're waiting.
I'm thinking bryozoan.
Let's see what
As I see
anybody
these
else
little
says.
zoids.
Oh, Tina
Yeah, oh,
Molotova
Tina does
agrees.
say yay, 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 yay. Cool.
2 more points for Shirley.
Yay.
Thank you very much, Tina.
Tina Molotsova's
Shearshoff?
joined. Yeah, she's at the
Shearshoff?
P. Shearshoff
Institute?
Institute in Moscow.
Right.
Deep sea biologists there. We have
Whenever
So
you're
we
done,
have,
video.
deep sea biologists here participating.
No,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, going up.
Going up. Going up. There is a lot more cover
Yes,
of
Tina,
this
at least
bacterial
that one
mat
is-
as we
was
go up
bryozoan.
here.
I'm not sure what the rest of them are. Yeah.
There's a lot more of what we are thinking is
Yeah,
bacterial
bacterial
mat
mat.
as we go up this cliff face. Fingers crossed, people. We're looking for hydrothermal vents on this dive, at least in part. The structure that you're seeing in front of you, however, does look like
Yeah,
columnar jointing at an angle going up to the right, down to the left. Kind of suggests that this was an intrusion of magma into a crack on the flank of the volcano. It cooled underground, and when it cooled, it contracted, just like mud cools in a mud puddle on land in the sun. And then you can see cracks in the surface. We're seeing more and more of these patches of areas where warm water may be coming out of the ground. Not real big chimney structures like we saw yesterday, but still indicative of warm water still coming out of this volcano. Ooh,
Temperature
hey,
right now
there's
is
another
13.
one of the
corn asters.
corn asters, right?
Yeah. Actually,
Let's see if there's a pair.
looks like there
Or
might
just
be
There might
pulling
be
the
2.
tether
couple
kinda toward
there.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there.
Cliff.
Oh, there's a bunch.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's a
I think
bunch.
we're okay.
Corn aster aggregation.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's another one.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I
another
think I
one.
see 4,
Yeah, I do.
5.
Too. Yeah.
6. No, I don't know what that red thing
Is that
is
called
at
a
top.
coronation? No.
Oh, I don't know.
You know you're a science nerd when you're
When
it's
you've
like
been
this on a Friday night or Saturday night.
Things
Right.
just to make sure.
Sitting in a chair for
Say it
however
again,
many
Tom.
hours.
We do a snap zoom on one of these orange things
Yeah,
just
sure.
to make
Go
sure.
Yeah,
ahead.
definitely.
Like
Oh,
that
there's
right
lots of these guys.
Not sure what that is.
Now that is not a starfish. That is a little
Geology.
hydrothermal structure. So it looks like maybe the color suggests it might be iron rich. That sort of red-brown color, just color of rust.
Got a bit more
So
zoom.
that often happens with relatively low temperature
Okay. go ahead.
venting. But it's pretty warm around here. Our temperature's now up pretty close to
13.25.
I don't see any shimmering
Yep,
though.
I was going to say 13.3.
All right. Finished.
Okay.
Going full way. Thank you.
Boy, I wonder if there's more activity up further up the slope.
Maybe time to move serious a little.
Maybe not until
So
we
we're
find
doing
the
a
top
move
this.
of Sirius.
I'm sorry?
Maybe not until we find the top of this. Or,
Okay. Yeah, it looks like
And
we've got another
we got more critters here.
something ahead.
Yeah, let's just over to the right. See if I can turn here gently.
So we went from yellow staining now to sort of a red-brown. I'm guessing that's going down temperature as we go up this ridge.
Nothing that I can see. Okay.
Nothing on the sonar.
Okay. Okay, continuing up the ridge. Maybe the top there.
I'd like to zoom in on some of these white dots when we get closer, please.
All right.
Yeah, moving up this outcrop, lots of jointing.
Tara, I'm going to set a toe down and then we can go in and look at the
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good.
what's dotting here. Dave, we take the zoom, the tilt up a little bit.
And looking up.
And
What are we looking for,
Hold
Tara?
it right there.
With the
And go
The
ahead
white
and zoom
dots.
in.
tiny
Great.
white dots.
I'm gonna bring it down a little bit.
Yep.
Wow, you know what they are?
Perfect.
They are all bryozoans. They are all
Wow.
bryozoans.
That. Holy smoke.
Yep.
Went from urchins to bryozoans.
Ha ha ha. Okay.
I think it's fascinating that
Okay, full line.
that the communities change with basically with the seafloor morphology and composition. Wow. It's got to have something to do with, you know, the stability of the substrate that only the urchins can. It's a lot easier to
Maybe.
walk around on a
Yeah.
flatter surface, even if it is not well consolidated. But it's got to be hard to climb up rock faces if you're an urchin.
All right, now if you want to move Sirius ahead a little.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, I was. Yep. We
Yeah.
both moved the wrong one.
We did. That was confusing.
Uh huh.
You can see staining in the fractures now as well, so it may be that there's a lot of diffuse emanation of warm fluids coming out around these rocks.
Lots
If
of
there
drills
was
today.
accidenting, I think these shimmering. So I think all these yellow deposits are from past hydrothermal venting, but I think we still haven't seen any evidence of active venting. But the temperature's still going up, so maybe it's still ahead of us.
Yep, fingers crossed. Hope we get to see something, doing something active.
Okay, so what's happening over there on the left? It looks like it's darker.
There are more rocks exposed.
Yep.
And in the sonar, we see a rock face in front of us, so I think we're going to be seeing another outcrop or a pile of rock. No, there is some